G'day, just demoing the registration for colours on this printer. A few little tricks that probably aren't in the manual. So first of all, it's supposed to get into maintenance mode, but of course you can't see the home button to press as it describes in the manual. So basically just go into area until you see the home button. Now you can press and hold for about 5 seconds. Cool, now you're in there, even though that button disappeared while I was pressing it. Now you press and hold the bottom here. Cool, now you enter in *2864, *2864. Cool, it says maintenance. Now, so for registration, we're going to go to program 66. This is a bit like the Apollo Disky guidance computer. It says registration now. That's the first option in this registration menu. If I pressed set now, it would try and do an auto calibration. So the issue with this printer is it's not doing auto registration. It's not doing auto registration probably because it can't do the calibration, which is the calibrating the colours. You know, it can't see the colours, it can't do the registration. No worries, going to make this printer work a bit harder for its money. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the registration manually. Now it says in the manual, use the up and down keys. Don't see any up and down keys. Okay, so you've got to press the keys here until you see some up and down keys here. Right, now I'm going to go to add registration. No, I'm going to go to set registration. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to print chart. I'm going to press set. That will print this chart here. Now, this can be a little bit hard to interpret. If your settings are way out, you won't really see this. Like, it's obvious here that the one that's next to 0 is a nice solid colour, and the other ones aren't. So 0 is the correct one. Probably if I was going to recalibrate the horizontal one, put -1 in there, because you can see that the one just to the left of 0 is probably the best solid bar. Not really sure about the yellow ones, but so yellow's a bit hard to see. Oh, but for that I'm actually just downloading this other test pattern here. And if you look real close, this one's pretty. And so you can also do it with that. And if you don't know to add a plus or a minus, you can just kind of experiment. I think blue's a little bit out, but according to that other test pattern, it was okay. So I'm going to leave it like that. So we've printed our chart. We're going to now go to set registration. And referring to the chart here, so we've got 9 different numbers, and in the manual it explains that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It does spell out the colours, so something. Right, so we're going to go to set registration. You are there. Right, now it's asking for the number. So I'm going to refer to my chart. And the first one, it's actually looking pretty good on 0. But let's say this solid block here was appearing at, say, down at -4. That's when I would put in, that's when I'd change it to -4. Cool. And then I would press set, and that's going to go on to the next one. So 1 magenta, 2 cyan. Okay, so we're on this one. I'm actually going to set that back to 0. You can't use the number keys, that would be too easy. So it will actually be me doing this. So I'm going to set that back to 0. So you're going to put your own number in there. You're going to press set. And you just alter these numbers all the way through, as I said. So you got 9 different numbers there corresponding to those 9 different bars. 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 yellow. 9 yellow is the last one. And then just go set you back to the top. And then what you do is you're going to press print chart again, and just it'll should be closer to 0. And then I would just double check by downloading some of these solid bars here. Maybe two. These are actually it's actually just one I've downloaded from the net. and turn it around maybe 90 degrees as well. So those look pretty well aligned. Now to get out of here, you can press 99, I believe it is. I think you can probably just easier just to turn the printer off. Don't think any of these work. Oh, so that went. That did go back to the top of the maintenance menu. Oh, but it just does. If I do that, it just turns the printer off anyway. Cool. So I'm going to continue to get a registration error if I try and do auto registration. But as you've seen, I've manually done it. Now, if it's really far out, what you'll see is this. Instead of seeing 3 or 4 bars here, you're actually going to see quite a lot of them almost up to the top of the page. And just type. So if you see that, type in. So use the value 12. It'll come down slightly. You may have to do that 10 times before you'll get it back in range. So at the top and the bottom is approximately the same number of black bars printed behind the red. If it's really far out, you'll get maybe 12 bars at the top, and the bars will start at about -11. So for me, I was like, oh, this isn't working. After I did about 10 times each time by putting -12 in, I was gradually able to pull it back, and it has saved the printer, and more importantly, all of the toner cartridges that I had that I can now still use with this printer. So thanks for watching.